Hello, this is Bunker262, and the point of this video is to try and make a portfolio of all the stuff I've done in Minecraft. This is my most recent build at the moment, an underwater dome, but I'm going to start off with the first few things I built. I can't find all the stuff I've built, but hopefully I can find most of it. So I'll talk about this building in a bit. So this was from the very first server that I logged onto, Shorelog's Minecraft server. He was an old YouTuber. The castle that you can see is meant to be Helm's Deep, and it was actually 3,000 blocks away from spawn, and there was no teleportation or nether back then. So it's literally a 30-minute walk if I wanted to go on a resource run, or just go back to it. And then this was my main base in that server that was closest to spawn. I went through a phase of building the same sort of base house on every world I made, where the house had wood stairs leading up to a floating house. The castle in this world I made had a village inside its walls, and I don't know if you can see it there, but I built a UFO and a player model of Steve. And then this is another random floating house that I was talking about before that I made. And this is an artist's impression of one of my favourite builds that I can't find any screenshots of. I remember taking screenshots of the base, but it was on some old Minecraft server forums that was taken down years and years ago. But the grey circle was a 54 in diameter cobblestone sphere that was a spleef arena inside, and it went up to the sky limit back in those days. And then the other circle was a glass sphere that contained a biome and had a secret entrance to my chest room, which was below the ground in the biome. This was from an Anarchy server that I played on. I did a video about it on a different account. That's where I got this footage from. The server's not up anymore. I got the modern house design that you just saw off the Minecraft forums, so I can't take any credit for that, but the idea for this base was that to have it as close to spawn as possible and have people so they could look down into my base and chest room while I was doing stuff down underneath. That was my Netherwart farm. I had a beacon in there, and I really like the whole vine vibe and the wood floors and all that. And that's my chest room. I got the only dragon egg on that server. So this was the world I probably spent the most time on in a single player world. At the moment we're standing on top of my castle that I made, on top of a man-made hill, and that dome thing over there was the entrance to my base. And as we move around, you've got all the different towers on my castle. This is my entrance to the castle, and then this is the glass dome I built, and down there's the entrance to my base. And you've got like water rings inside the base, and you can see my castle there as well. And then you jump down here, and there's this was my train station that I'd never finished. And then that was the main open area of my base with a pathway going around the outside for all the different rooms I had. There's my chest room, probably one of my favourite chest rooms that I made. And then you had secret passageways leading up from the chest room to the outside. And then there was a path that went most of the way around the circle. It led you into my village that I did have villages in at one point. And then that was my church. This is my mine shaft that I made. And then this is just my Enderman farm. This was a map room that I made. I made it after I upgraded to a snapshot without making a recent backup of my world, and all the chest data got deleted. That was one of the main reasons why I stopped playing on this world. This was on a server that I brought with my mates, which in my opinion is by far the best way to play Minecraft. The base was a set of sky islands after they increased the sky limit, with a nether portal linking it to the ground. I did die a lot from height damage falling while I was making this. Another pain that I had with this build was when because it was a server, the vines constantly grew to the ground and it looked better when it wasn't touching the ground. So I had to every couple of days just trim the vines down again. You see there's another modern house that I like building that was copied off the Minecraft forums as well as the earlier one. You can see to the right of that, that's a village that I made. That's a closer one up, and there were actually villagers in there, and it was such a pain to get them up through the nether portal. And to make sure that they stopped falling to their deaths. That was just a random hole that I dug while I was trying to come up with inspiration for a base idea, and that was my islands at night. This tree base was on a server that I think is still running, but using a different map. There were a few cheats in this server that they let you use, /fly and the plugin that makes it easier to chop down trees. I think I could have done this in vanilla, but it would have just taken a lot more time and a lot more deaths. I had my chest room in this world up in the canopy of the tree. As you can see, it had a tree inside the tree. And you see there's a nice dome up there. I've built a lot of domes during my time in Minecraft. You can see how I built the canopy. I did like different layers of dirt and then just spam bone meal on saplings to make it look more naturally generated. And then this is my final world that I've done so far. It's a massive underwater dome with like natural trees down below and the pathways that are going to lead over to the chest room. And this is what it looks like from the water when you're in a boat. And you can see all the trees down in the bottom there. So yeah, that was all the Minecraft builds that I could find screenshots of. I still had the game save. I have built a lot more than that. That's probably only 60% of the builds that I have done in Minecraft. I love looking at all my old builds and all the old screenshots I've taken. It gives you that nostalgia rush when you see something. I might do an update video if I ever come across any more screenshots or videos or game saves that I haven't shown in this video. And yeah, I think that's it.